The greatest tool for staying strong after 60 wasn't a workout tape or a diet. It was bolted to your kitchen wall. When we think of 1980s health, we picture bright spandex and expensive machines. But that misses the invisible shield that sat right inside your parents' house. Not fancy, not new, just everyday things. A heavy wall phone, a stovetop kettle, a hard wooden chair, a broom leaning behind the kitchen door. Those objects may have done more for daily health than anyone noticed. Back when you were in your 20s, your attention was probably somewhere else. You might have been saving for your first cassette player. You might have waited for a favorite music video to appear on television. You were building a career, raising children, or planning the next step in life. Meanwhile, your parents moved through the house with steady, quiet habits. They never called them wellness routines. They simply lived that way. Looking back now, those routines seem almost too ordinary to matter. Yet many created small physical limits that gently shaped the day. Those limits slowed rushing. They encouraged movement, protected sleep, and made the body work in small, useful ways, without feeling like exercise. Think of them as an invisible shield. Let's call it an analog health buffer. Small bits of inconvenience they experienced may have quietly supported better daily habits. They asked the body to move, wait, lift, reach, and rest, instead of choosing the fastest path every time. That difference might matter even more today, because, as the years pass, many people notice lighter sleep, slower digestion, stiff joints, or weaker hands. No single habit can solve every problem. Each forgotten household ritual created a little healthy friction. Each one asked the body to stay involved. Stay until the end, because the final weekend habit may be the most surprising of all. It could help support your grip strength for as long as possible. For now, let's begin with a sound almost every home once knew: the ring of a heavy telephone. I'm not talking about the tiny buzz of a phone resting beside your pillow. I'm talking about a solid wall phone with a thick plastic receiver. Tell me in the comments right now, what color was the wall phone in your kitchen growing up? Ours was mustard yellow. That cord changed behavior, without anyone planning it. The phone usually stayed outside the bedroom. If it rang late at night, someone had to get out of bed, walk down the hall, and answer it. There was no endless scrolling afterward. No glowing screen inches from tired eyes. When the call ends, the receiver is returned to its hook. The hallway became quiet. Again. Then, sleep returned. Many people today keep their phones close to them through the night. A single alert can pull your attention away. Even after the sound stops, your mind may stay busy. The old telephone? It created a barrier. That barrier gave the bedroom a different feeling. It remained a place for sleep instead of constant connection. Research supported by the National Institutes of Health suggests that evening light and mental stimulation may affect normal sleep timing. While many factors shape good sleep, reducing late-night interruptions might help support deeper rest for some people. Your parents did not need to study sleep science. The house helped them. The tools available then helped them too. The heavy telephone cord quietly protected the night. Today, I'm telling you that you too could borrow the same idea without buying an old telephone. Consider charging your phone outside the bedroom. Place it across the hall. Leave a little distance between you and the next notification. That small space may become a gift. Many people find that fewer late-night interruptions help them wake up feeling steadier. Better rest may also support clear thinking, balanced energy, and calmer mornings. Sometimes, just a simple wall inside a home protects the mind better than another app ever could. Before we move to the next everyday sound, one that quietly protected your mornings, I want to ask for a small piece of your support. I am currently working towards reaching a milestone of my first 1,000 subscribers here at Stay Sharp After 60. If reflecting on these analog routines is bringing value to your day, I would be deeply honored if you chose to subscribe. It is a small gesture, but it helps this community grow and allows us to keep exploring these forgotten practices together. Now, picture another familiar sound, the perking sound, or the slow bubbling of coffee inside a stovetop percolator. Morning arrived differently back in the 80s. Nobody pressed one button and rushed out the door with a paper cup in hand. Everyone was patient. They filled the kettle and waited. Steam slowly gathered above the spout. Warm light reached across the counter. A clock ticked on the wall. The whole house stretched awake 1 minute at a time. Those 10 minutes looked ordinary, but they may have done more than people realized. Instead of beginning the day at full speed, the body eased into motion. There was time to breathe, time to look through the window, time to organize the day before every task arrived at once. That natural pause acted like a small break. It slowed the first rush. Many people notice that their mornings feel different after 60. You may have noticed that your energy may rise more slowly. Your body sometimes prefers a steady start instead of sudden pressure. The old kettle encouraged exactly that. While waiting for water to boil is not a medical treatment, beginning the morning with less rushing may help support a calmer start for some people. The kettle never spoke. However, its design refused shortcuts. That wait became part of the morning rhythm. Today, many kitchens remove every pause. Coffee appears in seconds. Breakfast disappears in minutes. The day begins before the mind has fully settled. I want you to consider bringing back one piece of that slower rhythm. While heating up your water, stand nearby and watch the steam. Listen to the gentle sounds filling the room. Those few minutes might help create a smoother transition between sleep and activity. They also offer a chance to notice your breathing before the demands of the day begin. It's definitely worth trying. Now, do you remember the settings of your parents' dining room back then? The tables stood ready. Its surface was smooth formica, or worn oak polished by decades of family meals. The chairs were firm. They did not lean backward. They asked everyone to sit upright. No one ate while lying on a sofa. No one balanced dinner on soft cushions. Meals happened around the table. That posture mattered a lot, more than anyone guessed. Eating upright naturally keeps the body in a position that may support comfortable swallowing and digestion. Many people today notice occasional bloating, heartburn, or acid reflux, especially after large evening meals. According to the Mayo Clinic, remaining upright after eating may help reduce reflux symptoms for some people. The table quietly guided the body. Conversation moved at a slower pace. Bites often came with pauses. Glasses were passed by hand. Plates stayed in one place instead of resting on laps. The meal became an event, not a background noise. That slower rhythm encouraged chewing, sitting tall, and staying present through the meal. Each small action worked together, without anyone keeping score. Today, it can be tempting to eat while watching television or leaning into a soft chair. But we forget that the body may not receive the same support from those positions. Consider bringing your meals back to a firm chair and a solid table. Sit tall, take smaller bites. Stay there for a while after the last fork leaves your plate. This is not about copying the past. It is about noticing what those quiet routines may still offer you today. And this is only the beginning. This next forgotten habit left the dining room behind, stepped outside into the evening air, and helped support comfortable movement with every step. Back in the 80s, after dinner, instead of settling into a deep chair for the rest of the night, many of our parents reached for a light jacket, opened their front door, and stepped outside. No stopwatch, no special shoes, just a slow walk through familiar streets. The sidewalks held the day's last warmth. Porch lights flickered on. A neighbor waved from across the road. Leaves moved gently in the evening breeze. The pace stayed easy enough for conversation. Nobody hurried towards a finish line. They simply walked. Looking back, that small habit may have offered more than fresh air. Many people notice changes in joint comfort after 65. Their knees may feel stiff after sitting. Hips can take a little longer to loosen. Ankles may not move as freely as they once did. Gentle movement often feels different than intense exercise. A relaxed walk asks the joints to move through a comfortable range without sudden impact. Many people find that regular walking helps them feel more limber during everyday tasks like climbing stairs, getting out of a chair, or carrying groceries. According to the Arthritis Foundation, regular low-impact movement may help support joint function and comfort for many people. Research from the American Diabetes Association also suggests that light activity after meals may help support healthy blood sugar management as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Notice the timing. The walk happened after dinner, not before. That quiet timing created another layer of the analog health buffer. Instead of remaining seated for the rest of the evening, the body continued working in a gentle way. Muscles stayed active. Legs kept circulating blood. The digestive system continued its natural rhythm, while the neighborhood slowly settled into night. The habit fits naturally into the day. That may be why it lasted. Today, many evenings look different. Television begins right after dinner, and phones fill quiet moments. Consider borrowing that older rhythm. You do not need a perfect neighborhood or a long route. Even 10 or 15 minutes at a relaxed pace could become a peaceful way to close the day. If walking outdoors is not practical, moving comfortably inside your home or another safe space may offer a similar sense of gentle activity. The goal is not speed, it is motion. Sometimes the smallest walk becomes the easiest habit to keep. Now comes the final ritual. It may surprise you. It may have shaped strength in ways few people recognized. Picture a Saturday morning. Sunlight slips through the windows. A bucket waits beside the back door. A sturdy broom leans against the wall. A heavy vacuum rolls across the living room carpet. A garden hose stretches across the driveway. Soap fills a bucket beside a family car. Nobody called this a workout. It was simply Saturday. Every task asked the body to do something useful. To push, pull, lift, reach, twist, carry, grip, again and again and again. These small efforts added up over months and years. Today, scientists often describe this kind of movement as non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. It involves the energy used during everyday physical activities that are not planned exercise. According to the National Institute on Aging, staying physically active through daily routines may help support healthy aging, mobility, and independence. That old vacuum mattered. It was heavier than many people remember. Pushing it across thick carpet required steady pressure through the hands and shoulders. Sweeping asked the arms to move again and again. Washing windows meant reaching overhead. Carrying laundry baskets challenged balance and posture. Washing a car involved bending, stretching, and gripping wet clothes for long periods. Each movement trained the body. Most of us today spend more time pressing buttons than holding tools. Machines finish jobs with less effort. Deliveries arrive at the front door. Robotic cleaners glide across the floor while we remain seated. This convenience saves time, but it also removes movement. That missing movement may become noticeable over the years. You want to keep opening jars, carrying shopping bags, lifting your grandchildren, gardening, or standing up from your favorite chair without depending on someone else. Those everyday abilities of the 80s relied on many small kinds of strength working together. Grip strength is one piece. Core stability is another. Leg strength matters too. That old Saturday routine? It quietly touched all of them. Your parents did not know it does all these. They just knew the house needed cleaning. The driveway needed washing. The yard needed attention. The work itself became the training. Today, you can bring back that same spirit without copying every chore from the past. Choose one task that asks your hands and body to work together. Try either sweeping the porch, washing the car by hand, carrying groceries in manageable loads, watering plants with a more than halfway filled watering can if it feels comfortable for you, folding your laundry while standing, raking leaves when the season arrives. In essence, the point here is that you move with purpose. Allow ordinary jobs to become part of your weekly rhythm instead of something to avoid whenever possible. Your body often responds to what it repeats. Small efforts, done often, may matter more than occasional bursts of intense activity. That is the hidden lesson behind every 80s ritual you have seen today. None of them promised dramatic results. None of them needed an expensive equipment. Instead, they quietly filled each day with gentle resistance. A little waiting, walking, lifting, standing, and reaching. Those small moments created an environment where the body stayed involved from morning until night. That is the heart of the analog health buffer. One simple action, repeated often, built into daily life. That idea still makes sense. You do not need to change everything tomorrow. Choose one of these 80s rituals. Just one. Charge your phone outside the bedroom. Wait beside a kettle each morning. Eat dinner sitting tall at a firm table. Take a slow evening walk. Spend part of Saturday doing one hands-on household task instead of handing every job to a machine. Give that habit one full week. Notice how it fits into your day. Notice how your body feels. If this video gave you a new way to see familiar household habits, share it with someone who remembers those quiet routines too. They may discover that the simplest objects in the home still have something valuable to teach. Subscribe to Stay Sharp After 60 for more thoughtful ideas that explore practical habits, healthy aging, and everyday routines that may help support an active and independent life. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Until next time, stay curious, stay steady, and keep building strength through the simple things you do every day.